Hey there, card folk. It's Jacob from Speed Robo Games, and I am here today with Emil, the creator of Destiny Decide, to demo his amazing game and show you guys how to play it. If you want to play some Destiny Decide, it is available on Tabletop Simulator, and it is also available at our Origins Game Fair booth to play. You can find us. That's booth 432 at Origins Game Fair. Let's get into this.
All right, to start, we'll need to do two things. First, we got to choose a summon from our compendium.
All right.
We'll put it face down into the center slot.
I have chosen mine.
All right, after having our deck shuffled up, we're going to draw 5 cards.
Okay.
All right, now we're ready to play some Destiny Decide.
Okay.
All right, my starter will be Blaze Beast Igni. It seems you've chosen Raphael.
I have. I like him. He is very cool. He's got an eye patch, and that immediately makes him cool.
He's also got a cool floating sword.
Yes. So I
All right.
believe you're going first. Yes.
Yeah, for the demonstration, I'll be going ahead and taking the first initiative. So, right now we're going into the drafting phase. So, we're going to take our 3 dice and roll them up. Okay, I get to do the first pick. So, on my end, I'll be going ahead and equipping one of my dice to one of Igni's 3 stats. I can equip it to power to boost his power, allowing him to make stronger attacks. I can equip it to his defense to reduce attack damage coming towards him, or I can increase his skills so he can use stronger skills. In the meantime, I'll just go ahead and equip this die to his defense.
All right. I think I am going to equip a 5 to his attack, to Raphael's attack.
That's going to be scary, but Igni can do something Raphael can't. He can equip up to 2 dice. If you check the upper right hand corner, Igni's capacity allows him to equip up to 2 dice. Meanwhile, Raphael's only lets him equip one. All right, and this last one, it's going to go towards Igni's power.
So you get attack and defense, and I only get attack. Uh, that's not so good for me. I'm ready to get started, though.
All right, any leftover dice just stay in the spare zone. Now we'll be moving on to the battle phase. Okay, I get the first action since I have the initiative. There are a few different actions our summons can take. They can use skills from our hands like attacks or magic. Attack skills will allow me to attack other summons directly. Magic will allow me to use different utility effects. All right. At the meantime, I'll have Igni use Flame Strike on your Raphael.
Mm-hmm. So it is at this point that I could use a counter to reduce the damage that he would take, but I don't think I
Yes.
will.
All right. So Igni's total power this fight is going to be 10 plus 2. That's going to be 12 damage at your Raphael.
That's that's a lot of damage.
Indeed, it
Okay.
is.
All right.
But let's say if you had used a counter,
Mm-hmm.
if you'd use a counter, one of these handy dandy green cards, you would have used up your action, but that damage would have been massively reduced. You would have taken 4 damage instead.
And I would have done it if I had put my dice on his defense. But since I put it on attack, I figured I'm just gonna take big damage, deal big damage.
All right. So a summon can use a skill as long as it has a shared element with that skill. So Igni's a fire element summon. And Flame Strike is a fire element skill. So Igni can use it no problem. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Igni also has to meet the skill rank. A skill rank is the number on the lower right corner. For a summon to use it, it's going to need skill equal to or greater than that skill's rank. All
Okay.
right. All right. And after any skill has been used during a fight or an action, it'll be sent into that summon's stock right underneath that summon.
Okay. Now that you have performed your action, it is my turn, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to go on the offensive myself. And I'm going to attack with my own Flame Strike.
Oops. All right. My Igni's rested, so he can't use any counters or anything. But he does have a defense die, so that'll at least reduce the incoming damage a bit. So let's see. Raphael has 4 plus 5, 9 plus 5. That's going to be 14 power. But thanks to my Igni's defense die, I reduced that by 5, meaning he only takes 9 damage.
Okay. And now this will go into my stock. And that now that everyone's done their things, we're done with the turn, correct?
Yes, now that the turn's done, we just go ahead, unequip our dice, and get ready for the next turn. In this refresh step, we draw cards until we have 5 cards in our hand and get our summons ready. That just means making them stand up from the rest position. Okay, so we draw cards until we have 5. If you already had 5 here, you just go ahead and draw an extra card. All right. After we refresh, we're going to go ahead and summon our next summon from the compendium.
Okay.
All right. On my end, I'll go ahead and bring out Cumbus.
I think I will bring out a Pyrovox.
All right. Since I had the initiative last turn, you have the initiative this turn. So as we move into the drafting phase, you'll be the first to pick, and during the battle phase, you'll be the first to act.
I do enjoy going first.
It'll
Okay.
give you great offensive advantage.
Hmm. How do I want to place my dice? I think we are going to start with putting 5 on my Pyrovox's skill.
Hmm. All right. Here, I'll go ahead and equip my Igni with 6 defense.
I see. I will put 3 uh, on the defense of my Raphael because he's looking a little tired.
All right. On this end, I'll go ahead and equip my Igni with 4 skill.
Okay. And I am going first, yes? Oh, you have another dice to
Oh,
place.
I
I
still
do
have
not.
another dice, and okay, so you have to leave one behind, but I get to use all of my dice. I'll go ahead and equip 6 skill to my Cumbus.
I see.
All right, it'll be your move first.
Okay, so I am going to start by using Pyrovox. And we are going to use Flame Nova.
All right.
And we are going to attack your Combus.
Oh no, that's going to be some serious damage if I let that go through. But there's something our summons can do to help each other out. I'll have Igni block that. And when Igni blocks, any summon, when they block, they can go ahead and enhance that block with a counter. So I'll have Igni use Blaze Barrier to reduce that damage.
Yeah, that's quite the reduction. Okay.
All right. So given the math, I will not be taking any damage from that, thanks to my defense dice and Blaze Barrier's damage reduction, which you can find at the lower left corner.
Yep. However, my Flame Nova does have a after battle effect.
Yep,
It's
you can spot that with the AB. These activate after dealing damage.
which allows me to attack again if I want to, which is pretty cool. But it
Just
is,
note, you won't be able to use skills.
but it's now your turn to do something.
All right. In response to your Flame Nova, I will be hitting you with my own.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
It's going to be going towards Raphael.
Okay.
So that's 6 plus 6, -3 from your defense dice. That's going to be 9. Unless you can do something to reduce it.
That's a lot. We are going to use a blaze barrier.
All right, so you only take 1 damage instead.
So he is now at 13 total damage with 14 with his health stat, his defense stat. So he is 1 damage away from death's door.
Indeed. All right, my after battle effect activates. He restands but cannot use skills for the rest of this turn.
Okay.
It is currently your turn.
I don't have that much damage I can do, but we're going to attack anyways. We're going to, with a simple basic attack, we're attacking here.
All
At your
right, that doesn't
combos.
gain any power boost or anything, but it will deal a nice 3 damage. There we go. Now it's my turn. Compass has a nice attack stat there. Since he can't use any skills, he's only able to use things like a basic attack or a charge. Right now, I'll go ahead and use a basic attack on your Raphael.
Okay.
His 6 power will be enough to pierce through that defense die and deal 3 damage in total.
And that is enough to defeat him.
Raphael now goes into the damage zone, which means Jacob over there is 1 step closer to being defeated.
Yep. And the dice that was on him goes back into the spare zone, right?
Yep, and any of his stock goes right into the discard pile.
Okay.
Let's move this out of the way. All right, we get to move on to the next turn.
All right.
Let's make sure our summons don't have their dice equipped. Get them restanding and ready. The refresh step, I draw 2 cards since I've used 2 cards. And during this summoning phase, you get to summon an additional summon for each card in your damage zone.
Mm-hmm. So I get to summon 2. Yeah,
Indeed, you do.
that's pretty cool.
We can only have up to 3 summons on the field at a time. So
Uh,
just keep that in mind.
so I'm going to summon to my center to match yours. I will have my own Igni. And then I will also summon a Kalor.
All right. I get the initiative this turn. So, as we move into the drafting step, I'll be making the first pick. Don't forget to roll your dice.
Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have rolled them.
Oof. Let's see what we can do here. I'll have Cumbus equip 6 power die to his skill.
All right. I will put 3 on Kalor's power.
All right. Here, I'll go ahead and Igni, I'll go ahead and give you sorry, 4 defense.
I see. I will go ahead and put 1 skill on Pyrovox.
All right. And let's follow it up. I'll give 5 power to Pyrobox.
Okay. I will give my Igni 2 power.
All right. So I get to go first here. So I'll go ahead and have my Cumbus use Flame Nova. It's going to be targeting your Pyrobox.
I see. Yeah. Okay, I will not block.
All
And I
right,
will
that's
not
going to be
counter.
12 damage.
Uh, that's, again, a lot of damage. All right.
All right, after the battle, Igni stands back up. But that's not all. Since after acting, Cumbus has enough stock to pay for his special, which activates at 2. I can go ahead, discard that amount from his stock to have him use his special. His special allows him to give +6 power to any of my allied summons. That includes himself. So Cumbus will become even stronger.
All right. Now it is my turn, and I'm going to attack with my. I'm going to use my Pyrovox's action to use an Incinerate. This Incinerate lets me
Oh no.
target one of my opponents right here at your Igni and dispel up to 3 of its stock.
Oh man. If Igni would have been able to act, he might have been able to use a special.
Gotta
But
make sure that
it's
doesn't
too late
happen.
now.
Okay.
All right. My turn again. All right, Cumbus, do your thing. He won't be able to use any attacks this turn. Sorry, any skills this turn. He'll go ahead and attack for 12 at Pyrobox.
Ooh, that's so tough. I'm gonna have to block that. We will block that with Igni. Unfortunately, I do not have a counter, so it's going to be full damage.
Ouch.
Yeah. That's
All
okay.
right.
I'm not remotely finished because I have.
Indeed, it is your turn now.
I have. I think I'm just going to attack with my Kalor, and I'm going to use a Flame Strike, and we are going to attack your Pyrovox.
Oh boy.
So that
And
is
Kalur has a passive ability too.
yes, which
He
gives
gives all your summons +1. So really, this is 5 + 5 for a total of 10 damage if it hits. All right. I'll go ahead and have Igni block for him. Igni will take less damage since he has a defense die. So that 10 goes down to 4 damage, putting him at a total of 13 damage.
yep.
All right. Pyrovox, you're the last man standing here. I'll go ahead and have Pyrovox use. Hmm, let's see. I'll go ahead and have him use Flame Strike against your Igni.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Uh, I have nothing I can do. Igni's going to take a massive amount of damage and is going to be destroyed.
All right. And that's it for this turn.
Now that's pretty frightening because I now have two cards in my damage zone,
Indeed, you do.
and you have zero. But I do get to
Uh,
go first this time, right?
Indeed, you do.
Yep.
And you still got to summon a guy.
Yes, I do. Let's summon. Uh, Look, it's Combus. We have Combus is out in force, and I get to place a dice first. And I think I will go ahead and place this 4 on my Color's skill.
All right. That's pretty serious. All right. My hand is telling me to equip 3 skill onto Firebox.
Okay. I am going to equip 5 to my Pyrovox's defense, since I need it to not die.
I'll go ahead and give Cumbus 4 defense.
Okay. I will give my 2 attack to Combus.
All right. This last die is going to be given to Igni, and I'll put that on his defense. All right. Now we're ready to move into the battle phase.
Okay, and I am going first, so it is time for me to make a decision on who's going. And I think I know the answer to that. It is going to be my Pyrovox. And my Pyrovox is going to use Flamethrower.
Uh-oh.
Flame
Magic can't be countered, so
Flamethrower is going to deal 4 damage here to your Igni.
that's the first damage I've taken.
But wait, there's more. Now Pyrovox is going to use its special, and we are going to deal an additional 6 damage to your Combus.
Oof. All right now. Now it's my move. And I'll take it out in style. Pyrovox will use Phoenix Riser. This 6 rank skill allows me to deal 5 damage to an opposing summon, that being your Pyrovox over there, and heal 5 damage from one of my own. But the first effect is what matters here.
Yeah, that's tragic. Oh no. Pyrovox has taken enough damage, which means that Pyrovox is going here. And now that I have,
And with
yeah,
3 damage, that's the game.
that was really fun. I'm really enjoying playing Destiny Decide. It's such a fun game, and we're obviously playing the demo decks because they're very easy to understand, but there are some crazy effects in some of the other elements. If you guys out there want to learn more about the game, the best thing you can do is join the Speed Robo Games Discord server. We have a dedicated section for Destiny Decide, and both of us are hanging out there if you ever have any questions.
Indeed, I'll be glad to answer any inquiries on that Discord.
All right. See you guys later.